government se ba taxa dikereke eya jonong mama ne ba tlo tseba gore wena o ka re ke ntho e right eo kapa ba ska ba yetsa
no government a ka qetella a taxitse dikereke ka baka la dikereke tse tletseng mo toropong ha re wa sheba corner to corner flat to flat ho na le dikereke tse tletseng tsa batho ba tswang kontle ba tlang ba yetsa tšhelete wa utlwisisa ha ba qeta ho yetsa tšhelete ba tsamaya ba ya ko lefatsheng la ko bona nna ke dula ko lokeisheneng ebile ke ke le mopostola hangata re a sokola ka ditulo tsa dikereke mapostola re kerekela mo dikerekeng mara bona ba ka tloa fela ba ya ko Soweto ba fitla ba tlhoma tente ha ba fitla ho tlhoma tente se le kereke ya bona wa utlwisisa tsona ha re sa tseba re tshwantse re etse jwang ene ba re fumana mo re le kgale re ntse re kereka bona ka hore ba batla tšhelete that's why government a batla hore a taxe ntwena because ha re wa sheba tropo building to building ke kereke o ske wa tseba hore ka next door ba kereka jwang mo building A1 that's why
bothata jwanong mama e tla ba government a kere ha e ntsha molao e ka se re ka taxa kereke e fela ba tla re taxa dikereke ka moka kaofela jwanong bothata e tla ba le e ya ko Soweto e re gotseng ka yona le yona ba tlo e taxa le e ya ko Joburg e ya tente e jwang ba tlo di taxa kaofela so problem e ka fitla mo mama gore maybe le wena ke re o itse o kena o mopostolo go tšho le kereke ya hao mama ba tlo e taxa
okay ha ne ile re government a ka taxa e le gore o re file setsha mo re kerekelang teng ha o ka sheba most ya mapostolo le mazayone re ko dikolong wa utlwisisa jana o tla re taxa jwang rona re le ko dikolong o tla re teng o tla ha ne ile re re mo dikerekeng o re file ditsha tsa hore re age dikereke re kereke re ha monate ne re sena taba o na ka re taxa ne re tla patala di-taxi tse
gantle ne ba tlo patala tax
ne re go ipatala tax kana re kerekela dikolong o lo re taxa jwang le bana ba tletseng di-flateng tse ngata tse o lo re taxa jwang thank you
ke leboga le motlile mami le motlile ke tla reng a gona ntse tla e buang mamotshelo gore ba ka ba taxa once mistake
tandibeki tembalami kuwe ditutuze.
Still on the streets talking to the people of South Africa, and right now I have a gentleman with me who's willing to share his most honest opinion with us. Sir, like we're still talking, man. So the government also takes churches. What would you say is your opinion on this?
That's where now you can say there is a crisis in South Africa. I've never believed on the crisis in South Africa, but now on that point, now I can say there is a crisis indeed in South Africa. One will ask himself whether we do have the Christians in South Africa. At first, they take out our educations from our children. Remember, they cancelled the religious at schools. Now, yeah, they have to tax the churches. I wonder where does it go, that tax money, because there are so many money which left our country irregularly. So there's nothing there. There's no way that the churches must be taxed.
So you don't think it's a good idea? So, but when you look at it in this way, those churches that make a lot of money each year, they make millions and millions of money, and the pastors drive expensive cars, and they live in big houses, but the people who go to those churches don't have money. So this could be the government's way of taking some of that money from their church and actually giving it to the needy people, the people who need it the most. What do you think of that?
Now you're talking about the foreign now, because I've never heard about a church in South Africa which makes a lot of money. We grew up in churches, we were raised under Christianity. Now, go anywhere. Now you're talking about the Nigerians. I mean, there are so many churches in South Africa which comes from abroad. Are they taxed? No, they are not. You cannot say you tax someone who put his money inside the church or inside his own house.
I'm drifting away.
So now, apparently, the government is deciding to tax churches. Do you go to church?
Yep.
You don't go to church? Okay, yeah, good. What do you think of that? The government wants to tax churches. What would you say is your opinion? No.
Yeah, you don't want to hear my answer.
Please, I want to hear it.
Okay, but then you're going to hear bleep. It's not no, they don't have to tax them. Why do they want to do that? So they can get more money to buy their fancy stuff. No, it's not.
Never.
Yeah.
You must know. How did you start? In the beginning was Genesis, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was life. There was darkness. And on the seventh day, what was it? Saturday. Alright. Call church for a church. Tax. No. It's wrong.
But see, now when the government says, it says it because there's those people those churches that make lots of money, and we see them every day. They make millions, they drive fancy cars, but there's still people being poor who go to those same churches. So now, what the government wants to do is it wants to take some of that money and then give it back to the people as tax. That's a good question. That's where the question now comes
The only
in. Are
thing
they
is-
gonna? But I mean, they say they can.
These officials of us today, they are just lining their own pockets.
Yeah.
If they're going to
Our
give it
money
back,
is
how
going
are they
into
going
their
to give it
pockets.
back?
So I don't
Because
see
they're not
why
going
you
to
want
go
to
in
tax the
prison
church.
to give it back.
Why do you want to tax the church when they don't even put money into the churches? So I don't see a reason for them taxing you.
Yeah.
It means they know that some of these guys are maybe putting money into it.
Yeah.
I know you must take out your tithes in church. You have to go to
Yeah. You're
buy
telling me.
collection your tithes. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, we give tithes in church. But to tax the church, oh, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, people. Hope you're hearing it. It's ridiculous. We have somebody, let's hear. And he goes to church. I can tell. I don't even have to ask him. How are you? Good. Ntate re bua ka re na le potso ne? Well, apparently, government say ba tlo qala taxe di kereke. What would you say as motho a kenang kereke? Wena opinion ya hao ka re
Yes, like motho wa kereke. I don't see it is ntho eo e kereke. Kereke e thusa batho. Ke lo bona motho a kereke motho o kereke o batla thuso, then yona motho a thusa batho ha o fetsa moo.
what would tax? Okay, government yona I think it's gonna say for it. You know that those churches, fine, that those churches say to somebody then, but there are those churches as well that bana le tšhelete e ngata. O thola moruti wa teng o driver koloi e kima-kima, ntlo ya teng ko re nje, o na le tšhelete. So it's the government's way maybe of trying to gather tšhelete eo and helping batho ba ba senang yona. Wouldn't you say maybe it makes sense how they are?
No, I don't think it's over tax because if moroto o na le tšhelete ngata, let's say government e ka tla e tlo re maybe a bue le moroto re a thuse batho ba ba kgone go ba thusa, and then other than a drive to be
Okay. Government to save out. Kereke to save out. Guys, what more can we say? You heard it's the people's opinion in the streets. South Africa has spoken. What more can we say, man? Let's go to Kumo. Thank you. You're beautiful, miss. You are?
I'm Diane. My
Diane.
name is Diane.
Wonderful, Diane. So we're from LTV, which is TV. ILTV, student channel. Yes. And now we're holding a debate, and we're actually like she mentioned that we're actually trying to find out people's opinion on what you would say is your opinion on the government taxing churches.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Do you mean taxing them on their property? I think they pay tax on their property.
Their income and profits.
And you see, they fall into the same category, I think, as an NGO, because a lot of churches are NGOs, and in fact, I'm from a Jewish NGO, which is called the Union of Jewish World, and but we don't get taxed on income, no. But we pay a lot of other taxes, which everybody else pays.
Okay. Like what, if you want to be specific?
Well, we've got big expenses, water, we have expenses, all the other electricity, all the running costs. And in fact, I think we should get a
Okay, so now the government like just to hear your opinion, what you would think of that, or why you make of it when you hear that, basically. Do you go to church? Okay, so it's perfect. So what would you think now the government starts taxing the money that you pay tithe, and, you know?
Okay, for me, it's because some churches they make money by own churches, but I'm thinking if there are churches that do something that PMC, they contribute to the community. So there's no point to tax those churches, but the churches that they make money from the church, then they can tax them.
Okay, so in your opinion, when a church makes money, it now becomes business.
When they make those churches, when they make money,
Yeah.
but then there are those that contribute to the community. They do something that can save that they contributing. So I'm thinking it must be, if there's something how they should take that into account. How do they
That sounds interesting. See, now the thing would be because you never really know if the church is giving back to the community or not. So if you had to give government just a tip on how to find a way to, what would you say maybe? Like, for instance, with someone, maybe it would. No, but thank you. You heard it, guys. You heard it. From Metropolitan College. Your name? Please come this side. Alright. So the same question that I posed to your friend, She is your friend, right? Nothing more. Oh, just a friend.
Doesn't matter, by the way.
I like how he just changes the subject. Alright, so the same question that I posed. Churches, the government wants to tax churches. So the money that the church gets, the government wants to take a certain percentage of it. What do you think of that?
Why does the government have to take a percentage from the churches?
To help the needy. They want to help create social grants that will help people who need it the most.
What's the percentage?
I'm not yet sure what it is, but yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea because you go to church to seek for help. So why should the church tax the churches?
So you think the government taxing churches would mean it would not be helping anyone?
Considering like the state we're in South Africa, I don't think it's a good idea because there's a lot of corruption and stuff. So I wouldn't support that.
Talking about corruption in churches, there are these big churches there who get a lot of money, like millions even yearly. And they don't do anything with that. They just keep it for their own. They buy cars and expensive houses. So wouldn't you think this is the government's way of making sure that those people in those churches who are benefiting solely from those things, from the church's money, if that money basically gets to be distributed to people who need it the most? Don't you think it's the government's way of helping?
I would support that only if our government was in a good state.
What do you mean in a good state?
Like there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of rumors. Like basically checking on like the ruling party. So for now I wouldn't support that. Maybe in future I would.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, there's so much corruption. There is so much corruption in the government. You heard that from Komolemo. It's not good because now it's not even about the taxing of the churches. It's actually more on the trust. People don't trust our government. I don't know why. Opinion yabo ukuthi bona baqalana ngale ndaba. Ngiyazi ukuthi i-government seyidecide ukutaxa amasonto. Angazi ukuthi nina nibona kanjani le ndaba.
Uyabona khona kufanele ukuthi ba-taxe ngani ngoba manje phela yonke le mali enikelwa ngabantu lapha iya kuphi. Yabona. That's the right thing they have to be taxed. Ngoba at the end of the day they've got the money, people that put the money in their accounts. At the end of the day, they don't get taxed. So I think that's the right decision for the government to take the churches.
It must be taxed.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
my opinion.
it's your opinion. So you would say you would also look at churches as businesses because money is in there and it should be taxed.
Some of them, they are, but some of them, I don't think they do that because they say people they must put the money in their accounts. Where is that money going to?
Yeah, that's true. So now, because obviously with governments, whatever rule is or Buma, it caters for all of them. So if it means churches must be taxed, even the small ones, even the ones in rural areas that are not making that much money.
As long they've got the banking accounts, and then they see how much people that need contribution in their church. It depends, going to depend. The same like the people that they say, the government say, if you earn so much per year, you have to be taxed. Same applies to the churches.
Same applies to the churches.
Yeah.
And your opinion, Baba? I know. But guys, you heard that. You heard that. Churches must be taxed. Okay, churches must be taxed. So hello. Yeah, come on. Unfortunate, ne? We are LTV.
Yeah.
So, befuna ukubuza umbuzo ne i-government manje seyidecide ukutaxa amasonto.
Tax amasonto.
Mayibhekile le nto leyo ubona izosebenza or ngeke isebenze?
Ngibona ukuthi izosebenza.
Why?
Ngoba vele even wakudala, even in the Old Testament, the tax was collected on the churches. So it's gonna work.
Oh, it can work. But why churches? Isn't churches supposed to, most people say churches are supposed to be like a place of worship and not tax and business. When you say you're taxing, so it's not business. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's sort of business because I'm not a sort of business. But anyway, when it comes to tax money, Kumbuluti church is all about Uti says the poor people, the needy people.
Yeah.
So that tax money is for those people.
Yeah.
Because God, what He loves about these people is to share.